second double crochet and into the next chain stitch, and there we've made 3 double crochets there. Now we're going to double crochet 2 together over these 2 chain stitches. So there's 1 double crochet 2 together. Now we're going to do another one over these 2 chain stitches. So there's our second double crochet 2 together. Now we're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chain stitches. There's 1 double crochet, so into the next chain stitch, there's 2 double crochet into the next chain stitch, there's 3 double crochet stitches done. Now we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches into each of the next 2 chain stitches, so 2 in this one and 2 in that one. There's our first double crochet into that chain stitch. There's a second double crochet into that chain stitch. Now we'll do the same for this next chain stitch. So 2 double crochet stitches into this chain stitch. There's 1. Two. Now I'll just lay it down so you can see here. So there's our first chevron, and there we've just made our second chevron. So by doing a sequence, which is in between the stars of the pattern that you'll see on the screen there, you'll be making a chevron. So continue making each chevron until you get to this stitch here, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so once you've reached up to the chain stitch just before the stitch marker, you've got 2 double crochet stitches in this chain stitch and in this chain stitch here, and at this point this is what it'll be looking like. So now we're up to the stitch marker. You can take that out, or your safety pin or piece of yarn or whatever you have in there. You can put that aside. So once you've taken your marker out, you can do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chain stitches. So 1 double crochet into that next chain stitch, the same into the next one, and the same into the next chain stitch. Now we're going to do a double crochet 2 together over these next 2 chain stitches. So there's 1 double crochet 2 together. Now we're going to do another double crochet 2 together over these 2 chain stitches. So there's our second double crochet 2 together. Now we'll do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chain stitches. There's 1. There's 2 into the next chain stitch, another double crochet, and that'll be our third one. And then we're up to our last chain stitch here, and we'll be doing 2 double crochet stitches into that last chain stitch. Here's our first one, and 1 more into that same chain stitch. And that's the end of row 1, and then you'll turn your work. So once you've turned your work, if you just take it up to this end here and just count 11 stitches back and place your marker in the 11th stitch, and you do count the chain 3 here as your first stitch. So you'll see the top of the chain 3 there, and you count that as the first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then counting back 11, pop the stitch marker in the 11th stitch there. Now, to start row 2, you'll chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be doing a double crochet stitch into the same stitch as the chain 3, under both loops.